welcome back to What You Don't See, the podcast. Today we are going to be talking about letting go even without proper closure. So letting go of anything, friendships, relationships, jobs, like literally anything, because I feel like as humans, we seek closure and explanations as to why things happen, but we don't always get it.
Why did this happen to me?
Yeah. Why? And a lot of times we don't get closure, you know? And so you have to move on even when you don't get that closure. So let's talk about relationships and moving on from relationships without closure. Does anybody want to share?
Are we going into the friendship part or
I think we should do anything.
Either.
Anything.
Friendships
Okay.
or relationships, or even family relationships.
Yes, like
Or even
usually
business.
usually when I date, when I'm done with a friendship, when I'm done with dating, I don't look for closure. I think closure
That's smart.
just makes things drag on a little bit more.
Yeah.
When like they say, no reply is
Yeah.
a reply.
The end, yeah.
So when people say I need closure, that means you're not done.
That means you're not
Done with the relationship.
Yeah.
You still want to go for more. You
Le quieres seguir picando,
yes.
right?
There's that little hope, right?
Yes.
So I think moving from any relationship, you don't need closure. Now, I've gone through relationships where we've had the closure and then we just extend that relationship a little bit longer, and then we extend it a little bit more. That's when I learned my lesson. I was like, this was in 2012. After this relationship, no more closure. Like once I'm done.
I'm done.
And my niece Gabby makes fun of me. She's like, wow, once you're done, you're done. You cut ties, I don't call back. Because closure is just a waste of time and of energy, and it's hurting you.
It's a waste of energy, that's
It's
for
a waste
sure.
of energy, yeah. I think not having closure saves your energy, saves that, I don't know, like, I think once you're done, you're done. Well, in my case, like, that's it.
Well, when you're done, that is closure.
That is closure.
But say
yeah.
for the other person who's not done, they're seeking closure. But when the other person's done,
If you
it's
were
like,
to seek closure, like, what is it that you seek, you know?
you want to understand why.
yes.
You want to understand what went wrong. You want to understand, like, why is this happening to me? But let's say in a romantic relationship, the other person's done, they're done. There's no use in figuring out why or what happened.
What
or
did you do different? What could you have done
What could I have
differently?
done differently? Or, you know
You're
what I
just
mean?
not for that person.
Yeah,
exactly.
they're done, accept it, and try and move on.
Well, you have to move on, but you
Yeah.
have to move on without being bitter
Yeah.
and sad and going into a depression, right? Because I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Not getting closure for a lot of people leads them into a depression. And we see a lot more depression happening in the world today. There's a lot more people that are struggling a lot more with mental health.
And also, if you stay stuck in the why, it doesn't allow you to move forward,
Exactly.
right? Like you get stuck there. Let's say you break up with someone and you're like, well, if there's no closure from them, maybe you stay like wondering, is he gonna text me next week? Like,
Or you see them
are
get
we
married
really
to the next
done?
person.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're like, why did they marry her? And they just met.
Yeah.
And I was with them for like a year or 2 years.
Oh
and,
my God,
You know,
yes.
why marry her?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like friendships. Like I have had friends that it really hurt me to have to lose that friend. But at the end of the day, like I'm better off.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. You know, but the pain is still there.
And also, I feel like if you don't get closure, it's kind of like you're taking your power back. Like, hey, you know what? I don't need to tell you why. I don't need to explain to you why we're done. I don't need to
don't
say
need to-
anything anymore. Like, that's it. And that's me taking my power back. Like, hey, I'm done. No more. I'm not giving you my energy. I'm not wasting my time. And I'm not going to spend more time being sad, depressed, confused.
Yeah.
Thinking of the coulda, woulda, shoulda. Or
Yeah. And sometimes when you give them that little opportunity because they want to have a little bit of closure,
they'll pull you in again, right?
They
Like,
pull you in.
they pull you in. Or sometimes they just want to make you feel like shit.
oh, yeah.
Because that happened to me with
yeah.
twice.
Dude, we talked about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So their whole point was, I just want to hurt you
Yeah.
one more time.
They just want to drag
Before.
you down.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, we talked about this.
Yeah, we had this conversation. So to me, I didn't go for closure, but it was more for, okay, for him.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, it was that.
He just
So
wanted to hurt you.
just wanted to hurt. So even with relationships, it happens. You have to just walk away and be that strong one, and no contact. That's the biggest thing.
So what if you're the one who didn't want the relationship to end? What if you're the one still holding on? What's our advice for them? Because you ended that relationship, right? But he probably wanted the relationship to continue. So what advice do you all give for the person seeking the closure? Because the person who's done has closure. They don't need it.
They don't need it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we've all been in those in the two.
Yeah, we've all been
both.
in both situations. So what is our advice for the people who are seeking the closure?
I think is just
Let it go.
let it go. Let it go. Spend some time on your own, heal, and do no contact. I every person that I talk to that are going through a breakup, my advice to them is do the no contact.
No contact.
No contact. Don't look for them.
No contact.
Don't
Go
give them
out.
that
So
little
I have a
hole.
recommendation. When I was young and my first heartbreak, like ever, like I was devastated. And I wanted the closure, and he was done. Like we were done. He broke up with me, right? And I was devastated. And the phone would ring, and my heart would skip. Like, oh my God, maybe it's him. And I did that to myself, like for 2 weeks. Like you're dying, right? And I was just hoping he would call me or he would message me, and like I was like that for 2 weeks, and I'm like, what am I doing to myself, right? Sorry, you can skip that out. I was like, what am I doing to myself? I'm not going to do this to myself. So I went to the station, to the cell phone place, and I said, give me a new phone number.
Wow, Sarah.
And they gave me a new phone number, changed my phone completely, dropped it, and every time the phone rang, I was like, well, it's not going to be him.
You always knew it's not going to be him.
And
Yeah.
I had to win my power back. I had to like be okay. That like I'm gonna be okay, but I had to do something mentally to stop the drain. So you have to figure out
That's such
what
a
is
good thing.
draining you, and stop it. So you stop feeding it.
Right.
Right. And
Block
I
the
think
number.
because it's easy to say
Block
let go,
it.
but it's hard to let go. And that was the way I could let go
Yeah.
of that, the hope.
A good way to do that instead of changing your number now is block them.
Block 'em.
And that way, anytime your phone rings, you know it's not them because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
blocked. You know what I mean? What if they email you though?
Well, you got to block them
Block
everywhere.
'em too.
I've had
Unfollow,
friends.
block.
I've had friends.
Control
where-
out, delete.
I've had friends where the guys will send them money through Venmo or
With a
Cash App
message.
with a message.
Yes.
To get them to respond to them.
Because you know how you put
Why did I
the-
get those exes, man?
No, it'll be like $1. It'll be like $1.
Oh yeah, forget it.
Because the whole point is because you know
To
how
see
you
the-
can add
yeah.
the memo,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what it's for. Well, they'll type a message, and it's just like $1 or whatever, but it's just
No.
to talk
my
to them.
gosh.
Yeah, I don't think it's like $500 or I don't
Maybe,
know.
maybe
but-
Some of them-
I'll
some of them
give you
don't
closure if you send me $500. Maybe.
I'll give you 5 minutes
We'll
of
think about
closure.
it.
Yeah. No, but yes, that crazy one has been emailing,
That crazy one.
and he found it one of OG's emails. So I need to go back and block him from that email because I have him blocked from mine, but through OG he's been sending.
God. Have
them.
y'all
Remember
seen
the movie
those?
Sex and the City?
Don't be that guy, guys.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be
Just
that
let
Remember
it
guy.
Sex
go.
and the City where she told her assistant, I don't want to know anything from him.
Oh yeah.
So she blocked it, and she put all his emails that he was emailing her into a little locked section. And then she was like, okay, I'm just going to open it. And then she opened it and she read all the stuff that she had wanted him, Mr. Big, to say to her. And it was all the love letters I've ever written.
He was so toxic.
Oh,
He was.
Are you about to cry? Are you about to cry?
Mr. Big was so toxic. Now that was a toxic relationship.
Right?
that was toxic.
Ew.
He left her for somebody else, got married, then
Guys-
came back, then stood her up.
I started watching the show and I hated
Asshole.
it because of him and her. Like that relationship.
was
They
so
romanticize
toxic. It's like, what the
such
fuck?
a toxic
Friends.
relationship.
Friends has a huge coming back, but Friends is also very toxic.
Yes.
And when I went back to see a little bit of
Toxic
Friends, I
sells.
was like, what's her name? She was so toxic.
Jennifer Aniston?
Yes, with the what's his name? I don't know, back and forth, and then she would over dramatize every little thing so much. Wait, I know it's a movie, but you over dramatize so much energy into one stupid thing that's why you can't make a relationship work.
Yeah. I think my trigger with the Sex and the City girl was, what was her name? Carrie. It was like young me, you know. It's like, was I that fucking dumb? Like, how dumb of me just to like take him back, and then whenever he would call her, like, hell yeah, let's meet up. Like, he would just show up, and
I think
she would just like take him back anytime. And
But I think
that was like old me. Is like, yeah, I would just take my
Wasn't she
ex
in her
back.
30s though?
Yeah,
In the
she
show?
was
Yeah.
already
She
in
was
her
in her
30s.
40s.
She was 40s.
older.
Oh, no,
This-
40s.
Yeah, no, yes.
That's
and
when
that's
I already
probably
learned
what
our
triggered me the
lesson.
most. It's
Like, you're too
dude,
old to
like,
be
yes,
taking
to
this
be-
kind of a behavior.
Exactly.
That behavior, we go through
And-
it in our 20s.
Yeah.
It reminded me like of
gonna have
self-love.
mishaps.
Self-love.
Yes.
I think ultimately is self-love.
Yeah.
You don't need closure because you need to love yourself enough not to need that closure. Like,
Yeah.
and just say like, fuck it, I'm done. Like, that's it.
I know. I still have one that calls me, and we dated in 2012.
That
And
calls me.
he's always calling. He's always texting. For some reason, with that one, I can't seem to block him or want to block him. Sometimes I do. And then he will put stuff in my mailbox, like a little note, like, just unblock me, asshole. And I'm like, okay.
The guy listening and watching the podcast.
You don't hold
here.
on to hope though.
But I know there's no hope. There's
Like,
no hope at all.
Well, I think
I don't
maybe
want
the
that.
reason why you don't have the desire to block him is because you don't feel anything.
And
you know what I
true.
mean?
And there was no pain. Like, there's no pain.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah, there was pain.
I went
there's
through
certain
pain.
But no more. Like,
But that
No.
shows how healed you are because
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah, you're like, whatever.
No,
if I hear from him, whatever. If I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
whatever.
He was
It's
my
like,
first and only heartbreak that I've ever had.
have you
was
blocked
him.
anybody?
I block people all the time.
Really?
Yes, all
You
the
blocked people
There's
all the
somebody
time?
I
All
need to
the
block
time.
right now. It's a girl though.
Yes,
You know who it
yes.
is? Yeah.
I do.
Oh.
Albert calls me the bridge burning bitch.
up.
He calls you the what?
You're the bridge burning bitch, Ingrid. Like, you're just like blocking. I'm like, dude, like,
BBB.
you're the bridge burning bitch.
It's a whole new concept for the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah.
BBB.
Yeah, I think I block. As far as like exes, not really, but like people who like harass me like on social media.
Oh,
block,
yeah,
block,
yeah. Those are easy to block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all's
So-
husbands
so do
watch?
you-
Mine doesn't.
Do you encourage?
Does your husband what? I'm sorry.
Watch the podcast.
My husband's seen a couple. They've told him, "Hey, I saw your wife in a podcast," and he's like, "Somebody saw your podcast."
I don't
And I'm
think
like,
Omar has seen a single episode of this podcast.
Well, I didn't think this guy was watching, and he brought up a couple. He quoted me on a few things, and I was like, ha, yeah, I said that. I was like, yeah, I meant it.
So going back real quick.
Okay.
So do you feel like blocking is also part of healing?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Blocking
Oh my
is a
gosh,
form of
yes.
self-care.
Yep.
Blocking is and so my advice for the person seeking closure is you have to be comfortable with never having an explanation as to why and never knowing what you could have changed or what you could have done different. It doesn't matter. You weren't meant for each
Just
other.
accept it.
Either friendship, romantic relationship, business relationship. It doesn't matter what you should have or could have done different. It's like it wasn't meant to be, you know? So don't constantly be seeking for an explanation for closure. It's like accept that you might never know what happened or what didn't happen
And also
move
feel confident enough to know that if that door is closing on you, it's because maybe 10 more are gonna be opening for you.
Yes.
More opportunities are going to arrive. And
Yes.
like you say, if it wasn't meant for you, that's awesome. Like if it's closure, even better. But
Right.
if not, then that's it. You know, like agree and come with an agreement and be adults, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, like, hey, I don't need to be your friend or I don't need to be in a relationship with you. And like, that's it. That's that. You knowing that you don't want that, it's already good enough and it's your own closure. Like,
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah.
Abundance is key.
Yeah. Well,
So
this
no
was a
closure, no
very-
contact, self-care.
So if you're
Self-care.
going through a breakup or you're
Or
already
friendship,
done
or
or friendship, what, like, just block them, erase them, stop talking to
But-
them? Like, who makes the first move?
I've had a lot of friends who will block and then they unblock and then they block.
Oh,
No, but
no.
how
And
do
they
you know?
unblock.
How do you
What
know?
is up with
Because they
that?
tell me.
Oh.
Because they tell me,
I have
I'm like,
random girls who
Oh,
unfollow
they tell
me
you?
and then follow me again, and unfollow me, and it's
No,
and
I'm
it's-
talking about with their boyfriend, not with me. I have a lot of friends who block
Yeah,
their
I
boyfriend.
looked at you. I
I was like, what?
I was like, what?
No, I have a lot of friends who they'll block the guy and
the
then
guy.
they unblock. I'm like, why'd you unblock him?
Yeah,
Like, because
yeah.
I just needed to tell him something like he's a piece of shit or whatever. I'm like,
you're just
See,
being
that's looking for
toxic.
closure.
Yeah,
because
that's
they're
Yeah.
still
looking to-
looking, so
or
they'll
hope,
block
or
the
hope.
guy, and then they
Closure or hope.
unblock, and then they block, and then they unblock.
That's
It's like
that's
toxic
not
right
healthy.
there.
it's
That's
not
toxic
healthy.
right there.
That's
That's toxic.
And
Yeah.
like just block the person.
No
But
contact.
So many people hold on. They hold on to the hope and the, like
Or
I
the
wasn't-
anger,
Yeah,
hope, or
the
anger,
anger.
or the bitterness, right? Because you've got to be really bitter to want to poke back at somebody,
Yeah.
right?
I
And to be
know.
ugly, to
I
be
know.
ugly to somebody, you've got to have bitterness inside of you. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
So
agree.
you really have to sit and analyze. If you have to poke at somebody, you need to deal with the bitterness that you have inside, and so that you can be free. Otherwise, you're gonna stay bitter.
That's so
and
true
sad.
because only hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect
So
ending.
true.
Perfect ending.
Yes.
To our-
Thank you guys so much. If you're going through some sort of breakup, whether it be romantic, friendship, business, we hope that you go inward and don't need the closure to feel better, and block them, because that's the best way to go. No contact.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
thank you
Block
guys for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.